This is the Simply Sports Podcast, the only podcast dedicated to bringing you heated, statistically led debates, news, rumors, and other sports topics. Now, let's get into today's show with your hosts, Sap and Slim.
Yo, what's going on? This Sap.
I'm Slim.
And we want to say thank you for tuning in to the third episode of Simply Sports Podcast. Want to send a special shout out to BPM Audio.
Of course.
All right, cuz.
Yeah,
ready
man.
to go with it?
We do appreciate y'all. We're getting some support and a lot of good feedback, so we do appreciate that. Yeah, but we're gonna get on to a few topics. We're gonna start off with the NFL with Hank Aaron's. He think Kaepernick is getting a raw deal. And you got Le'Veon Bell. He says he will return September the 1st. And the 49ers, they hired the first openly female gay coach. And you got Roger Goodell, gets an extension. And OBJ, he get hurt. They say he might be out for the first week, a little bit longer. They don't know yet. Then we got the NCAA football with NC State. They dismissed his 2 players, suspended 3 others. Then you got Hugh Freeze for the Ole Miss. They say he got caught with a little scandal, had 12 phone calls to an escort. Then on to the NBA. Yeah, that's crazy. Kyrie Irving trade with IT. Then you got Ben Simmons. They say he's a full go, but Embiid, they still waiting on him. Then Wiggins, him and his agent got a little debate between the team about on his contract on the table. Then you slide to the MMA. John Jones, he had it again. Said another drug test failed.
Another drug test.
Yeah, man. Then you got baseball with Stanton. Got 46 home runs. Say his goal is to hit 61. Then you got basketball. It was NCAA basketball. Clemson, they made it back. It was a little attack over in Barcelona, so they made it back safe. And with the Tar Heels, they still waiting on their punishment, supposedly, what's going on with that. So that's a few topics what we got going on, but we're going to get into them, not a lot of them, but just a few of them.
Yeah, so that was just kind of like the update y'all on the news is what's going on before we get into the topics.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the first one, though, we're going to kick it off with the NFL, man.
Right.
What you think about the Brown players, like 12 of them, including the white dude kneeling with him?
Right, I think that's a good look because that's the same coach who said that he didn't recommend any of his players to kneel.
Right.
So I think it was a good look. All of them, I think it was 12.
Right.
Some of them kneeled and some of them was holding touching them while I was praying.
Right.
But it was the really, I guess, one thing that made the news was the white guy. I know last time we talked about there needs to be some Caucasian athlete standing up or kneeling per se to support the cause, and he kneeled, and it attracted some news, and I think one important thing that I think kind of opened his eyes. His wife is African American,
right?
And he knows that his children. I don't know if he has any children now, but his children will not, will be a child of color. They'll be African. They say, they won't be white,
right?
So he knows that they will face the same thing, that African American would face if light skin, anything other than Caucasian, they're gonna view as black. So
right,
what you think about it?
I mean, I like it,
right.
But in the sense, what is it really for? Is they pushing it for a cause for a different movement with the race, or is this all for Kaepernick? Because Kaepernick still doesn't have a job. Right. Like everybody's kneeling and doing this. All this is behind what Kaepernick started, which is a good thing, but what is it supposed to be proving if he's still out of a job? Ain't this supposed to be all benefiting him?
Yeah, I think him kneeling is for a purpose.
Right.
But I think also you making a good point because to me, if I was a player on the football team and I wanted him to play for my team, like Baltimore Ravens, for example, if I really want him to be on the Baltimore Ravens team, I would, like you said, go talk to somebody about this is who I want to be. Want to be is a potential starting quarterback. But I think what he was kneeling for, I think to him, has to be like, man, to be willing to give up his career for a cause is very big to me. But like you have a great point.
Yeah, because everybody is still kneeling, but you say the owners in the top box don't want Kaepernick because of what he's done. They don't want to attract bad attention to the team. Right. But if you got players that's still on your team and still kneeling, What is the difference from Kaepernick being on your team and these players that's kneeling?
Right.
The attention is still there. And Kaepernick still doesn't have a job when it's all boiled down to it.
He's not what gets me, man, he's not a bad quarterback. I think
At all.
It was Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, for Cleveland. That's what I know.
Right,
yeah,
man.
That's the thing.
Right.
But you got these players for Cleveland that's bending down on their knees, but any of them voicing their opinion saying, we want Cap.
Right, and that tells me that it's not about his play.
See?
To me, it should be a big issue because it's not that he can't play football.
Right.
So it's something else. It has to be to where the owners are looking at this to where it's a bigger issue than this man not being able to play football.
Yeah, because it still don't. I still ain't
come to a race issue. Then you might as well say it.
I mean, what else could it be?
Right.
Like, what else could it be? Because these players are doing the same thing. And you don't hear the coaches saying, well, y'all can't do this or don't do this. They supporting it.
Right.
They coming out saying, we all for you. Just don't do certain things or do what you do. So I still don't get it.
Right. And I think you're right. I think some people need to say, look, hey, instead of us kneeling, we kneeling for a cause, but also, too, Kaepernick started this.
Right.
So we have to support him, too. We don't want him out of a job because
but see, that's the thing. You supporting them like in New York. They having protests.
Right.
But you supporting them. But how you know all these protesters and everybody kneeling and all that ain't making it worse for them to getting a job?
I think it is.
That's the thing.
Because he started it.
So how you feel? How is they helping them?
I think
now don't get it wrong.
Right.
The support is there. They supporting them.
And I think
but how is it helping them get a job?
Right. I think the big thing is what the cause was, and I think, like I said, he was willing to give up his career for it.
Of course.
So I think that he created something that he understand. I think he understood that if I do this, I may not never play football again.
Yeah.
But I think the cause is bigger to him. The cause is bigger than what he's doing.
Yeah,
so
the cause is the worldwide fight.
I understand what you're saying, but I think somebody need to look, okay, this is why we're doing it, but at the same time, this man has been blackballed because he can't get a job because he started something. He ruffled some feathers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they're punishing him like if it weren't for Kaepernick, this wouldn't be happening.
Right.
That's true. So, I mean, I think they need to stand up and
that's
say,
true, too. That's I totally get that.
Right.
And I agree with that. But I don't think the players get it in the sense of they more of, so we're going to support our brother, which I'm all for that. But at the same time, the support could be hurting them. And that's kind of crazy to say. It might sound crazy to some people like, well, what you mean they supporting them, but it's hurting them? Because the more and more you support them and the more and more you kneel and everybody else kneel, the first thing they're going to say, well, if Kaepernick don't do this, he wouldn't be kneeling.
And I think the damage,
you know what I'm saying?
I think the damage has been done.
Right.
I think.
So who are they going to put the gas to? Who are they going to hold the fire to? Kaepernick.
Right. And I think the gas has been on him, but I think, like, to say what you're saying, to piggyback off of it, somebody needs to say, we're doing this,
right?
But we understand that it's still hurting him, but we need to do something else to help him.
That's right.
Right. So it needs to be somebody saying, like, look, man, we need to protest, not playing because Kaepernick is a good quarterback.
Yeah, man. It got to be bigger than what they're doing.
If Brock Osweiler can get a job and Jay Cutler can get a job.
Yeah, but you think about it, even with Dak Prescott.
Right.
Who they back up? Kellen Moore. Kaepernick could be their backup.
Right.
Andrew Luck. Who's going to back him up?
Right.
See what I'm saying?
I'll tell you one thing. One reason why Joe Flacco did not want Kaepernick because he could potentially take his job.
Yeah.
And he said himself, I don't want him to sign him.
Yeah, he did.
Because,
I did, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this man can take my job because Flacco sucks, man.
Yeah.
And
yeah. But he ain't all. But he had some good moments. When y'all won a Super Bowl, he threw 11 touchdowns, no picks during the playoffs. Y'all made a good run. So he
defense.
didn't. I know what you're saying.
He couldn't be on no other team without a defense and win.
I could agree with that.
I
try to think about it, but there's nothing there. I agree. I totally agree.
He can't. The mistake. Now he has a strong arm.
Yeah.
But sometimes, what are you thinking, bro?
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Yeah,
but like all in all, I'm for it. And like I said, I agree with the stance and the things they doing. It's like we're not gonna leave our brother hanging.
Right.
But at the same time, you gotta do something else. I believe
exactly
because you gotta draw some attention in a different way.
Right.
Because he kneeled and he got bad attention for that. Now y'all are kneeling. I mean, they might not be getting the same feedback he getting because a lot of people are doing it.
Right,
but at the same time, the more and more they kneel, the more and more it's going to be worse on him.
Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, that doesn't create something else to help him come back in the league because he's the starter of it. And I mean, I'm not saying that if he wouldn't, nobody else would, but we have to go off what we see.
That's right.
He started it. But he, like I said, he's getting backlash because people are continuing. I don't think he mind. But he has a lot of stuff, I think. Like, he already raised like over
It was 800,000,
right?
Something like that.
For like
yeah.
nonprofit organizations,
right?
So it's not like he's doing bad work or being like doing stuff for himself. He's doing it to help other people.
Of course.
But I mean, just they want everybody to be divided and not.
Yeah, but it'll get better for him. Hopefully, But honestly, before the season even starts, or maybe I see him. I hope on the team.
But I think even if they see him on the team, he's gonna be still under the spotlight because every little mistake he makes.
The whole team is
right,
not just him.
But I think more or less him because it's gonna be. Oh, see, we made it a big deal that he wasn't signed because he's a decent quarterback. Now look at him. Yeah. He's not even a decent quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But yeah, hopefully it works out for him. Yeah, man. But we're gonna get into this top 5 DBs real quick too, because I know we touched on that last week, but we didn't finish it. So I'm still sticking with Talib. I give you the rest after you give me what you give me.
Well, I know I gave you my top 5 last week.
Now you just gave me Talib. We didn't get into 5.
No, I'm talking about wide receivers.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I want you to give me your top 5. I have a top 1 I know right now.
Okay.
But before we even start, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to you because I said if we agree on it, well then I'm not gonna go into detail.
Right.
Then I thought about it. I should have said if we disagree on it, then I'm not going to go into it. But now I'm saying if we disagree on it, we're going to go into it.
Well, we're going to go into it anyway. Yeah, but see, it's not a specific order.
But
I just
and that's I think. That's
but I am going to say Talib is my number 1.
That's how you get out of it a little bit.
But nah, because Talib is number 1.
I don't agree.
That's my number 1.
I don't agree with it.
See, there go the debate goes right there. But he's number 1.
I guarantee if I tell you who this is, you ain't gonna debate over it.
Okay, well I'm gonna give you my 5 first.
Okay.
Talib is number 1.
Okay.
Now the other ones you can put in order.
All right.
Sherman, Peterson, Marcus Peters from Kansas City. Then you got Josh Norman, and
come on.
I want to say Chris Harris, the other DB on the opposite side.
Rhodes?
He's good. He's pretty decent, but he's not the top 5.
Not over Norman?
Nah. You see the impact Norman left Carolina when he left?
That's it.
Yeah, but that's when he left. They was good when he was there on defense on the back end.
Right. Now, just when you said that, what year was it when he was at Carolina? Was he a rookie or first year, second year, something like that?
Nah, he was there for a while, but he was like there for like 3 or 4 years. He just finally got a shot.
Now, you just said because the impact he left with Carolina. What about Tyreek Hill? It's his first year. Wouldn't they give him his credit for first year?
But see, that's the thing. And then I do give, but see, that's the thing.
Right.
With the impact, we know he had a major impact on their play. But I'm saying is Josh Norman had a major impact on their play. But when he left, it really shows.
Right.
But who's to say Tyreek Hill won't leave and then they could still be on the same page? We don't know. It's a difference.
You know what I think what Norman is? He's a great player. I think what happened with him, who was in Carolina. Mm-hmm. He made some good plays, and he talked that junk.
He did.
And he made it.
But he backed it up.
He made himself bigger than he was because it's showing now. And you saying that he's better than Xavier Rhodes? Xavier Rhodes had 5 interceptions.
I agree, but that's just my opinion.
Talib had 3.
Yeah. But interceptions don't always tell the whole story neither.
With tackles.
Yeah, but that's what Norman do. Norman coming now. Norman gonna put his whole body out there. That's what he does now. But give me your 5 before we get into the debate about which one's better. Give me your 5.
I agree with all you said. Talib.
That was my number 1, but you said you didn't agree with that. Right. So give me your number 1.
My number 1 is Rhodes.
Okay, Xavier Rhodes. You're talking about from Minnesota, right? The Vikings?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Rhodes, Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't put Norman in it, man.
But what about Patrick Peterson?
Patrick Peterson, of course. I put Patrick Peterson. Him and Talib neck and neck.
Yeah, I agree.
But to me, I put Reeves over Norman.
No, man. No.
That's how I feel.
No, man. Josh Norman, man, it's not a receiver. It's not one receiver in the league that Josh Norman can't hold.
Richard Pryor.
How come he can't hold him?
Because they showed release footage of Richard Pryor cooking.
That's practice.
That's
practice.
Practice how you play.
Jackson did the same thing to Norman last year in practice. That ain't proved nothing. When Norman got on that field, when he was playing somebody else, he did the same thing. God, you talking about Pryor? You talking about Terrell Pryor? That's what you're trying to say. Terrell Pryor.
That's what I meant. Terrell.
Yeah,
but Richard Pryor.
Yeah, you call him Richard Pryor. Yeah, but Terrell, I know he was leading that. Terrell Pryor, he's a good receiver and he's big.
Right.
So you see, you just see the size.
He wasn't in the receiver.
But he made himself a good receiver though.
I wasn't looking at the size. I seen several plays that he ran against him.
But yeah, I seen it too.
Norman, he made a reputation for himself that he talks too much.
He does.
Now that it's time to play, and people are cooking them.
Yeah.
So that's
who's cooking them on a consistent basis though? You saying it like he's just getting cooked by who?
Odell.
He got beat before.
Odell.
Yeah, of course.
Odell had his time with him.
Of course, but then when he was in Carolina, Josh Norman had his time with Odell too.
Right. Right.
So you ain't gonna just Josh Norman is not one of those guys you just gonna put out there and say he gonna get ate up.
Hey, look, I guarantee you, if he had a good year in Carolina, I would go with the most recent play that he's had, which was last year.
Yeah.
And
but he's still a top 5.
Oh,
I mean,
you
like
ain't
I
got
said,
Rhodes
like
in
I
there.
said, Talib, Patrick Peterson, Marcus Peters, and Sherman. That's 4.
Right, and
I
I
can say
agree with those.
that's a top 4.
I
You can
agree
put them
with
in
those.
any order but I still got Talib number 1.
And I don't
but
agree
then
with
Josh
that,
Norman
but
is right under there.
then not
I mean,
Rhodes?
Rhodes, he's a top 10. I throw him top 10. I just ain't gonna give him top 5 just yet. He got top 5 money though. He just got paid. he got top 5 money
For a
though.
reason.
Yeah, he did.
I guarantee Redskins, if they had a chance to do it again, they wouldn't sign him.
You think so?
I know so.
Who wouldn't sign Norman?
If they had a chance to do
But
it
who
again,
wouldn't sign
like
him?
let's say,
What team in their right mind wouldn't sign Josh Norman? He's a
Maybe it's
premier DB in the league. Even if you just play him man-to-man or you put him in the zone, he's a premier defensive back. What you
Nickelback.
mean? Huh? Nickelback? Nickelback. Come on, Cut.
And man, it's just
The man is big. He's physical.
who
he does
is
it.
big?
Josh Norman.
You bigger than he is?
But I'm saying he plays big. He plays big. He's physical. Like,
Man, he physical when he upset. When he get cooked, that's when he get mad.
Yeah, that's
you
true,
notice
too.
that.
Yeah,
when
but
every time something happened to him, he don't never keep composure. Like when Odell was cooking him,
yeah.
he wanted to go at him. Man, we ain't got time for that.
I agree.
Get on
I
your
agree.
junk and
I mean,
guard his man.
if you want to throw that little bit about him in
Right.
there, I agree with that part.
And like I
but
said-
his skills though,
Right, and
his heart alone,
right, and I'm not gonna take that from him. And I think like Ray Lewis talked junk,
Yeah.
but it won't no doubt about it that he
They
gonna come
back
after
it up. True.
Right,
That's
so
true.
I think Norman he's good and has
Yeah.
the potential to be like top 5.
Right.
I think he's 6 or 7 for me.
Right. I mean, that's
Right, but I
that's
think
still
that
not
what throws
far
me
off,
off
but
of him is that he talks too much.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? And
I
it'd
agree.
be different if he didn't like every now and again, but and I can't. And if you think you the best, you the best. But man, like,
And he says that.
right?
And
I
he don't say it just to say it.
And I think that
Just like Richard Sherman.
Right.
When them boys open their mouth and they say something, they're confident with it.
but
It's
that's
not
what
too
I'm
many
saying.
players that's
It's
going to
not-
do that.
Right? But just like we talking about Norman, it ain't too many plays that you see Richard Sherman getting cooked like that.
But all Richard Sherman ever plays is zone, period. He don't follow the receiver from side to side. Norman does. Wherever the receiver go, if you go on the slot,
Well, they
you
need
go on
to
the
put him in
outside.
zone then.
you go Come on, man. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Well, I ain't going to lie, though. I'm going to tell the truth, though. Based when he was in Carolina, his play was based off
Right.
zone in Carolina, too, though. So I can
And I
agree
think,
with that.
and that's what I'm saying. Not to disrespect him, but when
Yeah.
that transition might have been kind of like. Now he has a good work ethic, man.
Yeah,
but
he
I
does.
think
But
when
see,
it
that's
comes
what
to him,
I believe. That's what might
right,
put him in my top 5
Right.
because he's a dog.
Right. He
You
has
know what
a
I'm
good
saying?
work.
Don't get
I'm
it
not gonna
wrong
take
now.
that
Xavier
from him.
Rhodes, he top 10. And if I go think about it later on or sit
gonna-
down,
you gonna say,
I
"Cuz, you
might,
right."
you
You
know,
gonna
because
say-
he is.
you gonna say,
because
"Cuz."
he is good too.
You right.
Because I actually, I'm gonna tell the truth. You know, some players get overlooked.
Right.
I kind of overlooked them.
Right.
But when you brought his name up, like, yeah,
Right.
he did just get paid too. So, but you know, that's a good one though, man.
Right.
But I still got Talib number 1. You got him as Xavier
Yeah.
Rhodes number 1. I can't agree with that. Talib been doing it for a long time.
And
For a
I
while.
think too, for him to be number 1, I can't debate that because
Right.
he has a good track record.
Right.
Everywhere he been at, he been.
But you could name 4 corners though. Out of what I said, not even, well maybe 5 of them because he, like you said, Josh Norman. I put Josh Norman as my
Right.
5th one. But the other ones, ain't nowhere in the world you gonna say Xavier Rhodes better than Sherman, Patrick Peterson,
No.
Marcus Peters. So
There's-
why is he your number 1?
Who?
It's Xavier Rhodes. If he's not
No,
better than
I
Sherman
think that
than
I
them,
put him over to leave.
you put him over to Lee.
Right.
Rhodes
I put him
over to Lee.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the
man.
thing is why it's debatable.
What?
Because and the thing why it's debatable because Talib has more years doing it.
Yeah.
And he has a good resume.
Right.
But I think Rose is gonna.
And you got don't forget to Lee got that ring.
Yeah. He got more than one ring, right?
No, he only got 1. They won 1 with Denver. He only won 1.
He ain't win one with the Patriots. No,
He left. He didn't win a ring with them.
Okay.
Because he was with Tampa Bay too. He went to New England. He didn't
But
ever win a ring.
you know why? I think, I give Rose 1, man, because he coming up. I think they up here.
How about that? I give him number one on that. He the first player coming up. He number one in that way.
No. The boys to leave and Sherman are up here.
Yeah.
But it's like they had their time. It's kind of like when
Reeves was
right.
Yeah.
Reeves when he had
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You just see the potential. Like he could be a number one.
But it's not one corner that I've seen that's been consistent more than Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It seemed like but Talib is on his way.
I don't know. Reeves was.
But I'm saying consistent all the way through.
Yeah, because in his back end he fell off.
Right.
But he should have went retired, and he would have been consistent all the way through.
Right.
Some people just gotta know how to leave it alone.
Right.
So when you're good and you leave off at that's what we remember you as. But when you're good and then you still try to play 2 or 3 years and you broke down, it kind of tarnishes what you got going on.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? But I still, even though you say Rose or whoever, I still say to leave number one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's true. But but we're gonna try to switch it up though. What you think about the big news in the NBA, man? That Kyrie Irving and Isaiah Thomas trade, man. What do you really make of that?
I think.
But before you even get into it, I want you to give me your answer though.
Right.
But it's just 2 questions.
Right.
The first one and this one. Do you think with Kyrie leaving, do you think that play a major part in kind of offsetting LeBron's legacy? Like nobody might not want to play with him because it's the first time there's ever been a player that ain't want to play with LeBron.
I don't think so. I think what I think happened.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about what happened when they said that Kyrie heard that somebody that LeBron wanted them traded.
Right.
You remember they said that Dan Gilbert came to LeBron and said, "Well, so somebody want Kyrie, and they was to give us Bledsoe or something."
Yeah.
And then LeBron said no.
Yeah.
But Kyrie heard that and didn't go ask LeBron and assume. I'm thinking that he assumed that LeBron.
So that's the reason you think he left.
I think that's one of the reasons. I think
he was tired of LeBron personally. That's just my opinion. I don't think he wanted to play with LeBron no more. LeBron could be a nasty player. He does a lot of things, but see, LeBron ain't like Jordan and Kobe. Jordan and Kobe will come straight to you and give it to you whatever the case may be.
Though.
But see, what I'm saying is LeBron, if he got a problem with you or he wants you to do something his way, he'll tweet it. You sitting right beside him. He'll put it on the internet for everybody else to read it instead of coming to you man to man.
The same thing.
But at the same time, LeBron is the leader. It ain't about Kyrie.
Well, you got a point.
You see what I'm saying? LeBron, if this is my team.
But what if he know of an issue?
That's why you're man to man. That's where the conversation come in at.
Right. So I think Kyrie made, and I think it's hard to say because then you look at if Kyrie want to be dominant because you said his mentor is Kobe Bryant.
Right. True.
If he want to be dominant like Kobe Bryant was a beast. He didn't want. He even with Shaq, he ain't wanting to be. He wanting to do it by himself.
That's right.
And that's what I said. It's kind of thrown in the air because I think Kyrie may have wanted that.
Yeah.
And I can see him being that. I don't know, man, but I don't know if he can carry a team though.
We're gonna find out. But who you think? Like I said, the first part though, when I asked you about what did you think about Kyrie getting traded for Isaiah Thomas, and when I asked you what you think, let me clarify that. When I said that is who you think got the better end of the trade?
Cavs.
Oh my goodness. You think so?
Yeah. So
you think Kyrie and IT is comparable?
Not just IT. They got Crowder.
What Crowder is decent. They got a bunch of role players over there already with J.R. Smith and Amon Shepard.
Brings defense.
Shepard does too.
Who?
Amon Shepard.
When?
That's what he do. That's what Amon Shepard does. He plays defense. Nothing else. I just think because I was going back and forth with my brother too.
Crowder has shot.
I mean, Crowder's not a bad player. He's not a bad player. Don't get it wrong. He's not a bad player.
He's a bigger player than Shumpert is. Shumpert can't guard.
He can shoot better than Shepard too.
Right. He shot like 40% from the 3-point line last year. But he's a bigger player.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got Crowder, IT4, and then you got a first round pick from the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. You know they ain't gonna do good.
But Kyrie is a proven champion. And then you traded right to your nip right there in Boston.
I wouldn't have done that.
Like I told my brother.
I wouldn't have done that though.
The first time Cleveland left, I mean not Cleveland, but the first time LeBron left Cleveland, because he couldn't beat Boston. The next time he leave Cleveland, it's because Boston gonna beat him again.
You think he gonna beat him?
I know it.
Because of Kyrie.
I know it. Then you add Tatum, and then you talking about Haywood too. And then you added the Morris brother, and then you got Horford down low. Then you got that kid Jaylen Brown coming up. You got a bunch of good Marcus Smart. You got a bunch of good players. They are deep.
They deep.
You see what I'm saying? And they added some depth. And then you talking about Kyrie, Haywood, and Horford. Just them three.
You know what? That's a good point.
Then Tatum. That kid 6'8".
Right, that's a good point.
But now don't get it wrong. Now Cleveland still got a comparable, and they still got a championship roster.
You look at Celtics, they got some building to do to them.
They do.
They ain't gonna come out the first year and be blown. And it depends if LeBron stays. If he
That's
stays,
true.
I feel like he gonna hit. You know, he felt.
I done told you though.
Right.
Boston's gonna be the reason he leave again.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you now.
I
They're
don't
gonna be
think
the
so.
reason, man. Kyrie gonna make it his business.
I don't
You know they
think-
play him the first game. The first game on the season.
I don't think
They
that's
on the
why
schedule.
he gonna leave though.
That's why.
I think in his mind, and that's what people gonna say. But in his mind, he know if he gonna leave or not.
Of course.
Right. So,
Of course.
But I think now they can say,
But it's
he
still
left.
speculation.
And I guess the only reason people speculate because he got traded over there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I just think that, first of all, I think Celtics that they dirty for trading Isaiah Thomas because he played 2 days after his sister died.
Yeah, he
and they
did.
got
He
out
gave-
of it, right?
He
and
gave-
they
he
got
gave
out
it
of
his
trying
all.
to paying him a max contract.
Yeah.
Then they
but that's the reason when they trade him, I believe. They didn't want to get that man that
of
money.
course, because he's what 30?
30.6.
No, I'm talking about 30 years old.
Oh yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about the max
Contract,
It was
yeah.
a contract.
But why
supposed to
not,
pay him
though?
something
They
like
were
that.
what,
30,
first seed
30 mil
last
a
year.
year or something like that.
First seed last year.
But at the same time, Isaiah Thomas, he's not like he had a great year last year, but he's not a proven player. He don't give you no defense. When we got to play defense on the back end when it really counts, you got to keep calling timeout, putting him on the bench so he don't get exposed.
Right. So
And
Kyrie
then,
ain't getting no defense either.
That's true, but the system that they ran in Boston is not going to be the same. That
I
they're
think
gonna
it'll
run
work out better.
Nah, because in Cleveland, the system is going to be built around LeBron,
And that's why I think it's going to be better.
But the system was built around Isaiah Thomas in Boston. He got to do different things instead of he ain't had a ball in his hand like he used to.
He can move without a ball. I think that'll work.
But that ain't his specialty though. He got to have that rock to go score. He got to have the ball in his hand.
LeBron don't mind sharing the ball.
Well, we're gonna find out though.
LeBron, I don't think.
But
LeBron
how you know he don't mind? That's why Kyrie left.
Who? No,
Cause Kyrie
Kyrie.
won his own show.
That's why he left. It wasn't because he didn't have the ball. You got somebody feed you the ball anytime you want it, and then the full quarter come on the line, they giving you the ball.
But even towards the championship, Kyrie didn't have the ball. If Kyrie had the ball,
won't having a good game. He won't having a good series.
But if you get Kyrie that ball with the closing minutes, when LeBron got the ball, LeBron passes the Kyle Korver to shoot it. Kyrie is gonna keep that thing in his hand and he gonna melt that thing down.
He did not have no good series, man.
But he would have had a good shot.
Yeah, but hey,
he would have had a good shot though.
But you know they tried before they went to the Celtics. They went to the Warriors and tried to get Klay Thompson.
Yeah. I knew about that. Yeah, I knew about that too. But that would have been a good Klay Thompson, man, because I still see him getting his own team. That's a whole other subject. But
that wouldn't have happened though. They wouldn't have traded.
Nah. But that's the thing. Like you said, I do agree with one part you said though. The loyalty, boy. Right. IT.
Right. But then the NBA want to say, oh, ain't no loyalty no more. But then dude, sister died 2 days later. 2 days later he played in the game.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the man, he is the team. So it's not like the players that he had there. It's not like it wouldn't have worked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I guess if you look at the new coach they got, the young coach they got,
Brad Stevens.
Yeah, and then you bring in Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
he bring that. You know what I mean? That experience.
He do, man.
So I
just think Kyrie will take him to another level.
I really think that situation works out best for him.
Right.
But I think in the long run, I think if LeBron stays and Brooklyn doesn't do well, it's who is it? Porter Jr.
Yeah,
and then Bagley, the kid just signed with Duke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's potential there.
Yeah.
But I think Celtics do have the pieces already in place to go forward.
But like you said, you think Cleveland. I just think Boston got the better end of that. I just think so. That's just my opinion on that one. I'm gonna go with Boston.
I think they're gonna be a force to reckon with, though.
Of course, especially if Haywood, because Haywood is a premier player.
Yeah.
That's just my. I think he's good, man. And then with Tatum too. Then you talking about and Morris?
If Tatum, and I think if he come on and play, I think that will be the deciding factor.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. If he, I guess if he come in playing like he know what he's doing, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I think so too. But what do you think about the Sixers though. No, maybe we just touch on that for a moment because they said Simmons. I think he's supposed to be all the way healthy,
right.
But Embiid, he's not ready yet. So how you think they will fare with Simmons healthy, but without Embiid? Though?
I think Embiid is like what's the man name? Ogden. The center that came out with Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's his name.
For he played with
was it what is his name? Was it the Bucket? No.
Aldridge?
No, he was no. I'm gonna look it up, but he was a center that always would hurt.
Right.
He played with LeBron when he was with Miami.
Oh, you talking about Odin? Greg Oden.
Yeah.
Greg Oden.
Yeah,
the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Greg
That's
Oden.
who that remind me of, man.
Because he stays hurt.
Right.
But he's a better player.
Oh no, I'm saying
he's just talking about the hurt part.
Because he hurt.
Yeah. But I'm just. But my point of that was, do you think that the Sixers would be successful without him?
I think they. Without
him. Because they got folks that came in, that kid that came in. But Simmons, he's a good player. He's to make everybody else around you better. But when the game on the line,
I think they need him though. I think they need him.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they
need
him.
When they say trust the process,
I think
so if they ain't got Embiid, then what?
I think they need him.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Like that's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be really hard without him.
And it's gonna be a process for them too, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good process.
Yeah, I
they
think
got
so
some good
too.
Pieces, but
because everybody young,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody young, they got some good pieces. But we're gonna stick on the NBA for a little bit. We're gonna switch the topic after this, but I gotta touch on this because I'm a Laker fan.
Okay.
What do you think about they talking about the Lakers tampering with Paul George?
I think he just got caught.
But what did they get caught doing?
What they being accused of?
It's nothing to be accused of.
Well, I think
first of all, Paul George from over there.
Right.
He wants to go play with LA.
Right.
He said all this out of his own mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? What is the tampering part coming from?
You know they're gonna make it difficult, man.
Of course.
I think a lot of coaches and presidents and they do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And even with like college, they contact these people. It's just them getting caught or somebody telling on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think somebody wanted to do something spiteful and tell on them. But come on, man, like you say, if you call somebody up and talk to them.
Yeah, but they really ain't have no records or no proof or nothing at all. They made contact with his family or nothing. They were just
speculation.
I mean, but first of all, they traded the man anyway.
Right.
He traded him to OKC.
He don't want him to go
to LA.
They don't want him to.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. They stopped us from getting that Chris Paul. The Chris Paul trade.
Right.
Like, what is they trying to keep the Lakers down in the basement? Like, what is the like for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? You got Magic. I don't even see Magic getting caught up in nothing like that.
Why did they stop Chris Paul?
It was something that the first when the commission because we ain't have my man that we got right now. I think it's Adam Silver. We ain't have him. We had was it Stern?
Yeah.
We had Stern then.
Yeah.
He came out. It was like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. He came out with his reason why he did it. You know what I'm saying? But it was
super team.
It wouldn't have been a super team.
But that was they were trying to prevent.
But then they stopped them and they sent them right in the same building to the Clippers. Like now you want to do is try to tell me they can't get Paul George. Like you gotta be kidding me, man. That's just so crazy, man. That's crazy to me, man. But I hope nothing comes out of that, man.
I don't think it will.
I don't think so neither.
It ain't gonna hold no water.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna get into this MMA. I know you heard because I was very disappointed and upset, like, cause I was really rooting for the guy,
right?
Like, cause to me, he's one of the best MMA fighters that I ever seen. John Jones.
Yeah, to do it, never do it.
Like,
even Dana White says that.
Like, didn't he get suspended a year because of the steroid thing?
Mm-hmm.
So, what is this about now?
They said it's it's a serious. It was a serious. Like they said the one before. He said he got it from like a enhancement pill, a sex enhancement pill, and they said it might have been in the pill itself. But they said this time when it was tested, it's one of the serious forms of steroids that it was traced. And they said that if he get tested, man, Dana said it'd be a great 30 for 30.
You think so? You think he'll be done?
That's what.
Like you think it'd be the end of his career?
I think it'd be tough for him to come back, man. I think now was a good time for him to come back.
I agree.
And put a dent in the UFC, but like suspended 4 years.
Yeah.
And then
because he was supposed to be fighting Brock, right? So you don't think that's not gonna happen at all? Because Brock had got caught up in some steroids.
But Brock went back to WWE.
What is they doing?
I don't know, man.
Like,
and then they said they told Cormier,
They
told him that he was devastated.
Wow.
They said
of course, because that's the only man that beat him twice.
Right.
He got two losses on his record, and it was to Jones.
The dude called him. He said, man, you lying, quit lying, put on your children. And he said, man, let me call you back. No, he said, call me back. They said they called him back. He still couldn't believe it. And then you looking at a man, he said that he was using steroids, but he wasn't then. It was just that enhancement pill.
Right.
But then he showed up that he using steroids. I don't know what he thinking, man. Like you said, he's the only man that really beat him. So
because,
I mean, now the man that beat you is
the steroid stuff is serious, man. Because it's a whole different conversation, but it pertains to the same thing. Because like John Jones, he hang out with a lot of bodybuilders. You know what I'm saying? Like even with him hanging with the bodybuilders, it was a dude McCarver, Dallas McCarver, 26 years old. Like was it 2 days ago?
Right.
Just died.
Right.
But see, some say it was steroids, but then some say he was choking over his food, and then like Rich Piana. He's a bodybuilder, but he's been doing it for a long time. He's more like of a YouTube guy, but he's in a induced coma but they say it was because of steroids and all that. But when you running with those type of guys, and they comes out like we need steroids and we have to take steroids.
Well, he got
and you running with them.
NFL.
But see, that's true.
So
but
I mean,
you don't really get too many. That's the thing in the NFL. You don't really find too many get accused of that.
He don't. To me, John, he does not need to take steroids.
That's what happened to the hard work.
I don't know, man. Because
he got the talent.
Right.
You know what it goes back down to?
What?
Usain Bolt. Got all the talent in the world. But just not putting the work in.
Right. I don't understand why, man.
Me neither. I don't get it, man. Because he hurt my feelings. And I'm a grown man. When I seen he did that, man, because when he came back, I was so like, John Jones, okay, he back. Right. The sport about to change, about to get back to where it's supposed to.
Shoot, Dana was happy too.
I know, because you got McGregor, he want to switch to boxing now. So that takes away one athlete from the MMA, and John Jones, but now look, Brock Lesnar, and all that goes down the tube.
That's what I'm saying. Is that, to me, I don't understand what's difficult about it. And we don't know. They said it might have been something that you take or whatever, but to me. And it may be in supplements, but I don't know, man. Like they said, even with Floyd Mayweather and McGregor.
But even if it's supplements, don't you look into what you're taking before you take it? That's what I was about to say.
You got a nutritionist and all that.
Yeah,
you know what you're taking. So, did he take them then?
He done some.
But then, I say, you're going to get tested.
Yeah.
But then, what are you enhancing, though? You got, like you said, hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Conor McGregor, they said they tested him 13 times since July.
Yeah.
And it's only August.
That's on, yeah.
And they have been clean.
So
it's
I agree. It was more saddening to me than anything.
Right.
Man.
It got me too. I'm like, dang.
That was really... That devastated me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. But, hopefully it'll work out for the best for him, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I got one more topic I'm going to touch on, the college football with Nick Saban. They got Florida State the first game.
Right.
Me personally, I think Florida State going to win. I'm saying it now. I predict Florida State to be the champions. I think they're going to win the playoffs and all. I'm saying this now, putting it on the record. I just think they're that good. I'm a North Carolina Tar Heels fan, but we talking about sports here.
Right.
And people want the truth. They don't want to just hear me just say Carolina because I'm a Carolina fan.
Right.
I'm pulling for Florida State because I think they're going to win it all when it comes to my opinion on that.
Right.
But even if, say, Alabama beat Florida State, when they get to the SEC in their conference, who you think could beat them? And then you got LSU, Auburn, Tennessee's supposed to be pretty good, Florida. Who you think, if they don't win their conference this year, who you think would be the reason why they didn't win it?
I think it'd be Florida State if they don't win.
Nah, Florida State. No, Florida State ain't in their conference.
You got to break
Florida, the Gators.
Florida Gators.
Yeah. Because the last 2 years.
I really don't think, man. I don't even think they could be beat, bro.
See, that's the thing. I don't think they could be beaten either in their conference.
Right.
But if I had to pick somebody that I think might knock them off, I might go with Auburn just because they got that kid from Baylor, Stidham, their quarterback.
Right.
So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards them.
I think, man, when it comes down to players and coaching.
Yeah, Nick Saban is bad. He's been doing it for a while.
Yeah, and that's why, man.
4 championships.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He been doing it for a long time. What he got? 4 national championships. He had 9, 10 win seasons. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when he first got there, he went 2-6.
Right.
His very first year. But since then, it's been
they monster, man.
They did, sir, man.
He
But, you know,
joke.
yeah, you know, but, like, I still just think Florida State, right? I think they're going to win it all. Who you think, if you had to pick right now, who you think will win it all?
Stick with Alabama.
Stick with Alabama? Nah, we agree to disagree.
I agree.
I'm
with
going Florida
Alabama,
State on that, man.
You know.
Yeah, but, you know, like, even, I'm just going to touch on a few topics for, like, NFL.
Right.
What you think about, before Anquan Bolden?
Him retiring.
Yeah. Do you think this is just something I want to ask you? Like, you ain't really got to get deep into it.
Right.
Do you think he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame? You think he's good enough?
He like the 9th all time?
Yeah, exactly. You hit it right on the head.
You
hit it right on the head.
I think he needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
know I agree because I heard some players and some people saying that they didn't think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
What about T.O.?
He's a sure shot.
Right. What, is he in there?
Nah.
Why?
Antics. Because of the things he done. Right. You know, popcorn in his mouth. And
right. Let me ask you this question. Who you got as all-time wide receiver?
Jerry Rice.
Then who?
Randy Moss.
Over T.O.?
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you the truth, though.
Right.
And we can get into this next week. Right. This is a good topic. I'm glad you brought it up.
Right.
I think we watching the best receiver that we will ever see.
Who?
Julio Jones. I think he's potential. Now, you might look at the stats and say, well, he didn't have more yards or he didn't have more catches. But when you just talk about physical and just his play overall, in one man, because you take Jerry Rice, you say, oh, he's fast. He's quick route. You take another Kevin Megatron, oh, he's big. You take Antonio Brown, he's quick. But you think about one man that got everything.
So that
it's nothing he can't do.
Right. So you saying Megatron was fast and big?
He was big, but he had hands.
Right. What about T.O.?
Yes, T.O. He's a top 5.
But you think he's going to be better than T.O.?
I think Julio Jones will be the best.
I'm tell you one thing I feel. I think Julio Jones is going to be one of the best. They deep at receivers over there. And I think with Matt Ryan and the way that he play, I think he needs that.
Yeah.
I think he needs variety.
Yeah.
And I think that is going to take away from Julio Jones' game.
It ain't did it the last 2-3 years. The last couple of years.
I seen this week. How deep? Well, they gonna cut them off. They're gonna cut some off, but they deep.
They deep. They got a
lot of them. And then you think about last year. He had a great year, but you look at how much Matt Ryan spread the ball.
Yeah,
he spread it here, middle of the field. You know what I mean? He gonna spread the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. He gonna be the best all time though, cuz.
I see. That's what I'm saying. I ain't say like I'm sure he gonna be the best. He got the game, and I think he gonna be the best.
Okay.
But like that's like I said, that's a whole nother topic. I just wanted to touch on the Anquan Bolden though, because I really think he could be in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Then we're gonna get out some local shout outs too, man.
Yeah. Of course.
Braylon Cherry.
Yeah.
First NFL catch.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man. Good job. Keep pushing, bro. Justin Hardy for sure.
Yeah, of course. Got he gonna do his thing this year. My brother, he just left, went back to Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, Zach Coverson just left. Josh is on the way to leaving.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Shout out to Jamie Cherry.
Yeah, just be sure to support him.
Right. Yeah, and also too, man, when y'all get a chance, when y'all looking at it or listening to the podcast, make sure you like the video and subscribe as well.
So. And sooner or later though, we're gonna keep at it. We'll have some video for y'all eventually too.
We're gonna be live.
We're gonna bring y'all some video. Yeah, I know pretty sure when people watch things, they want to see it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going to have it straight out. But like I said, man, it's Simply Sports Podcast. Again, shout out to BPM Audio. And we out.
Thanks for tuning in to Simply Sports. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to come back and check out our next episode.